And right away, we're going into another one. This is literally less than 30 seconds later. The low open skill player quit out, which is understandable, considering the circumstances. They got swapped out for someone who is just about median for this lobby. So we're looking at another game.
Starting location.
I wouldn't mind taking the side this time, to be honest with you. Oh, okay, fuck, yeah. Wherever, dog, yeah. So I'm down for whatever, fuck it. And I'm gonna stay on Cortex here for sure. And just run it back, you know, do the exact same thing we just did, except from a different position. Now, Chaykin, our highest rated player, is now in mid, which I do like. Especially if this is going to be a slightly sweatier game than the last one was, although they're all sweaty games from the Sweaty Fishes in there, but if we're going to be playing at a higher level here, then let's play at a high level. So I'm going to be playing on the side here. I'm going to try not to make the mistake that we saw our teammate make last game of focusing exclusively on this choke to the loss of this. I'm going to try to cover this entire third, basically from these craters to the right. And that is going to be my domain. Or at least that's my goal.
Battle started.
And there's some natural choke points that exist within that area that'll be quite easy to secure if I can get pushed up that far. Of course, realistically, we're probably going to end up fighting out in the open around the halfway point, assuming that my lane counterpart knows what they're doing. But we'll see. Slow start here, as usual. We see vehicle openers once again out of both of my teammates. Is that meta on this map? Maybe it is. My instinct is that the starting metal income is so low that you want to start bots, get your mexes up, and then transition vehicles. But I could be wrong about that. Shit, you know, like... Actually going to change the queue order there so that we get the LLT up first. You sacrifice some income for that, but it will reduce your investment in terms of units in the area, which is a win in my book. Anyone comes in to harass from the front, I will see them coming. Super important. Bringing my comm up along the edge of the map. Typically, you want your comm to be more... and Red is in the middle. These are all 24 open skill players on their team. Very even team. So I guess it doesn't super matter who's where. But still good to keep an eye on. And my mistake last game was with my energy scaling, as it usually is, to be honest, in my games. So that's what I'm going to be careful about this game. I think that's probably a tank, rather than, like, a light harassment unit based on how slow it's moving. So I am just going to break a few units off. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a grunt. Yeah, grunt's not the fastest. Okay, so Red did open grunts, so I'm not the only person playing bots in this lobby. That's at least good to know. I feel like, yeah, I definitely could get that up there. Okay, and breaking those off to help my ally has actually hindered myself. I definitely need an LLT up here yesterday, or I'm gonna get swarmed. These guys need to, you can actually get some huge wins here. 3v1ing these as they parade in, right? Always a good trade when you can get it. And then second LLT goes up. And this should be on repeat. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Dropping down that third one even.
Low power.
Purely just an insurance measure, you know? I think... There we go. Oh, wow. Yo, they're coming for me hard here. This is actually really scary. Getting that LLT up just in time. I'm straight up just pulling back. And the situation here basically is that blue is not applying enough pressure to occupy red's units, which is what's up.
You're overflowing metal.
Gotta repair that LLT, make sure that stays up. I mean, this is honestly really annoying. This is how it goes in these games sometimes. Okay, the good news, there's a lot of reclaim on the ground. Suppose I should get a resbot out. And then a conbot after that. Oh, blue going advanced solar, interesting. Feels a little early to me. Rocketeers in Yellow's army, don't love to see it. Frankly, very scary. Actually makes me want to push soon. Let's get that finished up so I can get my build power rolling here.
You're overflowing metal.
Oh, tanks. I need to go tanks. That's the answer to Rocketeers. Okay, so you guys are gonna do that, then do that. Yes, and I see him working on clearing out my turrets here. And I am going to do my best to micro against that, right? Because this just buys me time, right? Anytime that you're walking backwards, you're not shooting my turrets, so the turrets stay up longer. And if I can minimize the damage I'm taking while I'm forcing you to do your little back and forth dance, then all the better, right? So that, and then that. That's gonna die.
Low power.
And he's actually got the lead over me in terms of sheer grunt count here. Grunt count, that sounds nasty. But I'm surviving. And I think I can go straight into the brutes, right? I don't need to fuck with the light tanks. I can go straight into the ones that actually do work. Something like that should be fine.
Enemy commander destroyed.
Oh, huge dub in mid there. Love to see it. Keeping these guys grouped up. They don't really... I mean, the rockets do a little bit of splash damage, but other than that, the grunts don't do any.
The whole team
so
is
you're
wasting
really
metal.
better off. Wow, that's a surprise, actually. Good thing I'm getting my
You're
build power up.
overflowing metal.
Okay, yeah, this is fine. So far, this is all fine. And yeah, moving in from the side here, so that again, I can engage with all my units and he only fights with some of his. Breaking these guys off, because if the Rocketeers are in the back line and I have a path to that back line, then I can do a lot of damage here while he's not looking. There it is. That's a good engagement. And that's a good way to get utility out of these units that I frankly don't super want, because I'm transitioning into tanks. Right, so it's like I'm never going to complain about having other units, but that's not the core of my army right now. That's not what I'm massing up or what my game plan is to get. I don't want to bring my comm forward too much, though, because I want to be careful about taking any chip damage at all on the comm. That's less because I'm worried about him dying. I don't think he'll die, but I don't want to have to invest resources into repairing him. Let's get 5 res bots and then give that lab a day off. Okay. The annoying thing about fighting against rocket bots, and the reason that people like them so much, is that even though they're not as OP as people say they are, they do require constant micro to engage against them effectively, right? Because you need to be dodging the missiles going back and forth, and you can't just do patrol command because that stops as soon as you're in attack range. So they just require a tremendous amount of attention out of the defending player, and they require much less out of the attacking player. And so that makes them quite powerful. And that's what you see there, right? It's just me being on the receiving end of that. And I'm okay. I don't actually want to repair that turret. I want them to kill the turret, because that keeps them busy while I'm repairing my units, which are what I'm going to use to push and end this game. And if he thinks that he can push up right now, then I am perfectly willing to indulge that delusion, because the further he pushes up, the more I'm going to be able to fight him outside of his turret range, which is great news for me. So yeah, let's break these guys off and go on a flank with them, then take the main force of tanks and just run up. Yeah, you see? Because I can catch up with you. I have the higher movement speed, so the thing that's important for me is that you are outside of your turret range, because that's where I have to stop chasing you. So yeah, taking these guys, and I'm just going to thread the needle. Right there, and then right there. Let's see if you have that covered, my friend. Okay. And the comm is getting involved here. Nice D-guns, actually. That gets 3 tanks. Need to keep those split. Super important to have the res bots working on repairing. That's really how you get your edge. And then, of course, the other way you get your edge is with the artillery. Oh, that's scary. Not my problem, though. Nothing I can do about it. That should maybe be an exploiter. Maybe both of those should be. Okay, that ran in. Yeah, they hit a turret there. If I'd been looking, I could have gone back in there. But no. No. I do like this, though. I feel like I'm starting to stabilize. And I'm probably not going to be the one to win this game. I'm going to be one of the ones who holds on. And, you know, I break even and leave room for the better player to carry. And that's okay. Sometimes that's how it goes. It'd be like that sometimes. And that's I would say that if that's my goal, then I'm executing perfectly on that goal in this moment. I'm noticing that he's not repairing as much as I am, I think. Which is one way that I actually can get a long-term edge here in this match. I'm gonna make a couple more builders so I can bring them up forward. Build some turrets here, not just have units at the front. Don't want these guys to die, whatever I do. So I'm spreading them so they don't take splash damage. And then also so that they will ideally... Man, my mechanics are so clumsy. I'm playing without my RSI glove, so that's probably what's throwing me off. Is that a... Tell me that's not a fucking, like, artillery turret that I'm seeing firing at me. I think I actually do need to push here a little bit, though, to be honest with you. I think my numbers are up. And he keeps feeding units into me. He's going T2, I bet. Okay, so this is where we just walk. This is where we walk. And we kill this first because these things are fucking OP. And, yeah, eat all this metal on the ground. Please and thank you. Not with the commander, though. commander's got to play it a little safer than that. Oh shit, that's really scary. Now my only thing here is I do not want to get degunned. So I want to engage this guy from maximum range. Yeah, see, he's fishing for it, and he knows. But he's getting so greedy that he's just going to walk straight into me, and there it is. And this is where we win.
Overflowing metal.
Okay, green survived that push. I'm not sure how, but good job. I take back what I said about not winning the game. I mean, truthfully, all three of us have done incredibly well here. But I would say that I do not feel like a passive participant. I feel like this is actually a crushingly effective push. I maybe could have even gotten away with it sooner. I was just sort of playing conservatively here. Using the artillery to take out the exploiter here from out of its attack range, naturally. And yeah, I'm very surprised actually that yellow wasn't going T2. I think maybe those advanced solars just had a similar impact on its economy. The question becomes, was it worth it, buddy? Was it worth it? Advanced solars, really a rough investment. I gotta do some, run the numbers on that.
Aircraft spotted.
Wow, they're all going for it. This is really...
T2 unit detected.
Okay, there's the T2 player. And look how fast these things die. Interesting. I guess he wants shurikens? Well, good luck making those now, buddy. And yeah, we're going 2 for 2. We're going 2 for 2, baby. I'd love to see it. Just taking the victory lap through the back line here. And yeah, there it is. They resign. Great games.
Battle ended.
There's the numbers for that one.